bailed out by a penalty and not respond. I mean, if you want any chance to win a football game, you have to respond here. You got to stop.
Especially on the road against one of the better teams that you'll see all season. That is something that I do like that Labette County does, is schedule those bigger, tougher opponents. So then when league play comes, it's manageable. You have Parsons coming to Altamont next week.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how excited I am for that matchup. 8:45 to go, first quarter, 1st and 15 for the Thunderbirds. And met at the line this time is McCormick. He might have even lost half a yard. Cody Hamilton, a star linebacker for Labette County. Talk about Cody Hamilton, your ex-teammate.
Cody Hamilton, he's just one of those dudes. He's not going to say much. He's going to go out there and ball. I mean, he's just a playmaker. As you saw right there, he just met that block, went in there, made the tackle for a loss. He's just one of those dudes.
Chadwell and McCormick are in the backfield as they have been about every play. Here's the first drop back for Chadwell. Long throw to the corner of the end zone, well out of reach of the intended target. Cole Glaves, 6'1", 160-pound junior. Good defense in the secondary that time by Lawrence Holt.
Yeah, it seemed like we sent 6 or 7 dudes there. I think that's one of the things I've heard, that we're really going to be blitzing a lot of guys this year.
As Chadwell wasn't able to put any mustard on that pass, he threw it off of his back leg.
I think Roper Whitley is the closest one there. No one picked him up. I think that's one of the benefits out of sending all those dudes. Someone's going to get through.
Yeah, that's one thing. They might not be the biggest linebackers for Labette, but they're shifty and they can find those holes in the gaps. Here's the give to McCormick, tries to bounce right, then left, and he's hit. Short gain for McCormick, so they bottled him up the last 2 plays. It is 4th down and a dozen for Circle, so they have responded so far, John. Circle still very well within scoring distance, as it would only take about a 15-yard pass to score, but you couldn't ask for a better 3 consecutive plays for this Grizzly defense.
Just great pursuit of the ball right there by Cade Cornett and Chris Stevens.
We'll see what Circle does. It's a drop back for Chadwell. Pressured from the right side. Hit hard. Thrown to the end zone. And what a catch in the end zone underneath the field goal post. Ty Smith way towards the back of the end zone. And Circle did just that. What a throw by Chadwell and what a catch by Ty Smith, a highlighted player.
Yeah.
6-0 Circle, 7.5 to go first quarter.
I think Trey was expecting safety help there as Ty Smith, just ran a simple post, and then Trey didn't have no safety help there, really. I think he was miscommunication in the back end.
Circle's going to line up for a 2-point conversion. Chadwell looks right. He's in the shotgun, throws right, and it's way too high, out of reach.
Tough throw. Of
the senior Bonner Jeffries, another name we will say a lot tonight. 7.5 to go in the first quarter. Circle scores on their opening drive, 6-0. Kendall Holtzman will be back on the field here after the 60-second timeout on KLKC Parsons. It'll be Labette County football deep inside their own territory after one of those low burners of a kick from Circle was caught by freshman Jamal Jackson, who proceeded to just slip and fall. Hey, it's a turf field. We don't play on that back home. Slipped and fell, giving Labette County deep field position. They're right in line with the sun, John. I'm trying to see where the ball's spotted. Looks like about the 8-yard line. So Kendall Holtzman is in suffocating area.
Got 2 receivers split out with a tight end and a lone receiver out here.
As in motion, they'll bring Holt. Holtzman takes the snap. It's a fake to Holt and a give up the middle, trying to shed tacklers, but can't do so. Short gain of maybe 1 if they give it to him. Chandler Henson, freshman running back for Lorette County. Of course, all their running backs are freshmen. You have Jamal Jackson and Chandler Henson, the main backs for Lorette County, both freshmen.
Yeah, just a tough break there, you know. Just they sent too many guys, and line just didn't pick them up. I mean, it's just one of those things. You got to try it, though, if you're Lorette County.
4 wide receivers split out right and left. Holtzman, a drop back and a give out of reach, just too far to the left. Chandler Henson on the target. Ran a little zig route out to the left side. Holtzman just over about the 8-yard line. So you punt it here, John. Circle's going to get the ball inside Lorette County territory.
This is what we were talking about earlier, you know, field position. Offense helps defense, defense helps offense.
Right.
You know, right there, you know, you just got to make the play. I mean, it's just what it comes down to, really. I mean, Kendall just missed him. I mean, he did have some room to run. I don't know if he would have gotten the first, but definitely would have helped out the field position.
Matthew Boyle set up on the far side. Griff Eaton in motion. Here's the snap. Holtzman, ball's on the ground. It's picked up by the back and tumbling forward for a medium gain. I believe that's Chandler Henson again, as it looked like Holtzman wanted to pull it, but last second tried to give it off to Henson, and luckily Henson recovered it. And Lorette County and Joe Page will come on to punt, so a quick 3 and out, 3 plays and 5 yards for Lorette County, 6.5 and running 6-0 circle.
Yeah, it just looked like a simple counter play there and a miscommunication between Chandler and Kendall there.
2 punt returners back deep for Towanda. You don't see that too often. Joe Page back to punt right on the goal line for Lorette County, as we have a whistle and a stoppage of play. Well, I'm not sure. Timeout, Lorette County. Coach Price burns his first timeout of the half. We'll go ahead and keep it here. We'd like to remind everybody that tonight's broadcast of Lorette County Grizzly football is powered by Lorette Health. The pregame show prior was brought to you by Tank Connection. Other sponsors include Lorette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Woodworth Enterprises, Lorette Health, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray, Labette Bank, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Snyder Lawn Care, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedic.
Yeah, if you're the Grizzlies right here, you just have to stem the bleeding, you know, limit the mistakes right here and try to get out of this, you know, on top. Get a stop here, really.
Much better punt from Page. It's caught at the 35 of Labette. He'll circle around. It's Ty Smith, the number 1 receiver for this team, making his way across the 30, and he's tackled at the ankles by Griff Eaton, it looks like. Or is that 16? Trey Vincent. Thank you, John. So it'll be circle football at the Lorette County 26, maybe 25-yard line, as Ty Smith had the ball on the far side of the field and came all the way over here to Lorette County's side.
Yeah, just bounced off his own dude and just kind of ran around. We didn't really have containment there. One of those things with the young team, you know, just learning mistakes.
As those things will slowly fall into place, just the mechanical aspects. Chadwell in the shotgun. Behind him is the big man, McCormick. Chadwell keeps it wide open left side. Good blocking, and he will score 6.
Yeah, it looks like Cade just bit down on that fake right there. Allowed to, it was just a read option right there, and Chadwell, he just took it and ran all the way to the house, really.
And that's exactly what he did. You can't make it more complicated than that. You have to give credit to Circle's offensive line, and even their wideouts knew exactly what was going to happen. That play wasn't even an option. That was totally designed. It was a fake to McCormick, fake counter to the right side. He kept it, and boy, did he have a wide open highway to the end zone for 6. 12-0 Circle, 5:43 to go in the opening quarter here in Towanda, Kansas. I'm Jack Leake alongside John Kohler. Tonight's broadcast of Lorette County Grizzly football is brought to you by Labette Health.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Grizzlies load the box.
As they do load the box, As it looks like we have a timeout Circle. This one we will take with them. Circle fresh off of 6 points, 12-0. Towanda leads it. We'll take 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Hi ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Both teams make their way back onto the field for the 2-point conversion. Circle trying to even it back out. Had a score of 14-0. They failed on their first 2-point conversion, trying to make up for it here. From the 3-yard line, Chadwell looking for the fade route in the corner. He'll hurl it, and it lands on the track overhead again. Chadwell has just put too much on the passes on both 2-point conversions, but they are well defended by Labette County secondary. But somewhere they've struggled, John, is just reading the plays. It's nothing crazy, a little bit of misdirection, but Cooper Chadwell, seems like Labette County's so nervous of letting McCormick break free that they forget Chadwell can roll out as well, the quarterback.
This is one of those things, that weak side linebacker, he just has to stay home right there. You know, if he sees that the ball is actually given to the running back and he's running play, go, pursue the ball.
Right.
But if you see this quarterback just staring at you, you got to stay home. Make the play, do your job. Trust that the other guy is going to make the play.
5:43 to play in the first quarter, 12-0 Circle. It's a beautiful night here in Towanda. It's a little warm up in the press box. Beautiful atmosphere here in Towanda, though. Great facility, as we always have the Circle Invitational Basketball Tournament. They have a great complex just behind us inside the gym, and a beautiful one here as well in the football complex. Here's another low squib. Caught at the 15 this time. He'll bounce it around. It's Holt, the sophomore, and he's brought to the ground at the 25. There's some laundry on the field on the far side. Usually that's not a good sign, John, as generally that's on the receiving team, but we'll see.
I think that's one of the things that we have to limit this year. I know last year we were just killed by penalties. Any drive we had going, holding penalties, something. So, I mean, it's not a good sign seeing this right now at the first game.
As that is exactly what it was. It was a holding on Labette County, so that backs it from the 25 to the 15. So they just can't catch a break in terms of field position. Kickoff ago, Holt slipped and fell at the 15, and now a holding call brings it back inside the red zone again. So Kendall Holtzman looking to get out and go. Is that Cody Hamilton coming on for Labette County? It is Cody Hamilton. He ran some running back. He'll line up on the line this time, as it looks like Holtzman might have gotten the defensive line of Circle to jump. What's an ice call, John?
Basically, what Labette has done in the past is you call ice or whatever, and you clap it, because that's usually the cadence for Labette County is to clap instead of it's like verbal. So, you know, most teams are ready to go against us when we clap. So they do that, they jump, they get 5 easy yards.
As Kendall just did the ice snap or whatever. That's your job, but they didn't bite that time. So Holtzman with it in the backfield, joining him, as there is one safety over the top. It's a toss play to the outside, and it is wrapped up immediately. Gain of 0. Labette County still living off of that offsides penalty. 2nd down and 5. For Labette County on the run. Looks to be Jamal Jackson, a freshman running back for Labette County. Very young team. They start 7 freshmen, in case you're just joining us.
Yeah, that was just a great play by number 45, Tyler Sanchez there. He really just read the toss and went and made a play. Xavier Phillips is a wideout, closest to us on the left side of the field. First time we're seeing. There is a lot of room out there to the right. I expect something coming out there.
As that's exactly where they go, and it's caught by Matthew Boyle, who had to dive to the turf for that one, and that will move the sticks for Labette County's first first down of the season. Matthew Boyle, somebody we look to be all over this season, saying his name that is on the air. 4:45 to go. Labette County with their first down of the ball game as Xavier Phillips trots off. Staying on is Barrett Heston, a freshman receiver for Labette County. Super excited for Barrett. He loves the game of football. He is the brother of Eli Heston, big-time basketball player for Labette. Sure you're familiar with him. Here's a give up the middle to Jamal Jackson. 2 flags fly. He gained about 6 on the play. Probably a holding or illegal shift maybe.
I don't know. I'm not seeing what's against us. That's all I know.
I believe it was an illegal shift on Labette County, so that'll back it up.
But it was going back to that slant pass. I mean, you may think it as low as a bad ball by Kendall, but no. On that, Matthew's so closely guarded. I mean, as a quarterback, if you're going to throw a slant, it's got to be low inside. You can't go high. Outside can't go high. Has to be low. I mean, it's just a great adjustment to the ball by Matthew Boyle.
Griff Eaton alone wide out on the far left side of the field. No safeties deep for Circle.
Or no, that's good. That's good.
Wearing that elbow sleeve as he has kind of a hurt elbow. And it looks like the ice count worked again. Circle jumped, and that'll give back the illegal shift for Labette. First down and 10. Hey, I mean, I'll take it. The pace of play is slow, but Labette County's not going to complain if Circle's jumping on the ice count.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing is that, right before a snap, you may look at these defensive backs for the Thunderbirds. They're 7-8 yards off. Oh, yeah, I can run a hitch, get a quick 5. But no, they're running up as soon as it's about to go.
Yeah, it looks like a cushion, then it's press coverage right when he snaps. Here's Jamal Jackson.
Hard run.
Bouncing right and left, and then right at the last second, getting a first down for Labette County. Jamal Jackson using his speed laterally, looking shifty in the backfield for Labette County. He's a 5'8", 155-pound freshman. Jamal Jackson looking nice for Labette County. It had been Chandler Henson as Jamal Jackson comes off, and Chandler Henson comes on.
Yeah, if you're a football fan, you just really love seeing a run like that. Nice, hard, breaking a couple tackles, getting downhill. I mean, there's nothing more you can ask out of Jamal there.
Second down and very short for Labette. We'll see if they run it up the gut. It's a quick out to Lawrence Holt. Makes a man miss. Gets across the 45 to the 50 as the underclassman for Labette County. Jamal Jackson, the running back. Lawrence Holt, the sophomore wide receiver, making a circle D-back whiff. And he gets another first down for Labette County. Much better looking drive for Coach Argabright and his offense.
This is one of the best things about having a young team. You get to see all this young talent out here making plays. If you're a Grizzly fan, you're excited about what you're seeing so far.
3 receivers outright. Barrett Heston in the slot. Matthew Boyle out wide. Ball's on the left hash near the Thunderbird at midfield. Xavier Phillips, the receiver near us. It's a toss play and wrapped up immediately. Loss of 1 on the play. Chandler Henson on the toss to the left side. Second down and 11 for Labette County. 2:40 and counting. 12-0 Circle. Late first quarter.
Miscommunication on the O-line there. One of them didn't go pick up the linebacker. I don't know if it was between Broadwell and Price, but it looks to be some confusion up there.
Barrett Heston joins Xavier Phillips on the near side. Barrett Heston, a 5'10" freshman.
Griffin Eaton.
Kendall Holtzman steps back and throws it deep way over the head of Griff Eaton, as that's a tough one to land, especially when Griff isn't one of your taller receivers. And that's a throw from the left hash all the way across the right hash, which up here doesn't look far, but John, as well as you know, you played some quarterback, a throw from one hash to the other sideline, that's a good heave to keep on a rope.
Yeah, I mean, just one of those things, you can't give the defender time to break on that ball. So, I mean, Kendall kind of shuffle. I mean, that's just a one step, and got to get that thing out there. Also, it looked like there could have been a holding call on the DB there. Kind of held Griffin at the end, but...
I like you up here, John. Here's Holtzman in the shotgun. He has Henson at his right hip. Coach Price wants another timeout. 12-0 Circle, 2:09 to go, late first quarter. Holtzman and company moving the ball, 2 first downs on this drive. Can they score? We'll find out. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
As a quick correction, it's 3rd and 11, not 2nd and 11 for Holtzman and company. 3 receivers out to the right. It's a fake. It's a play action pass. Holtzman is sacked in the backfield for a loss of 1 on the play, so it'll be 4th down and 12 for Labette County. And on comes the punting unit. Is out of a timeout. That's not what you want to see from your offense.
I think what they were going for right there, they had Matthew lined up at tight end right here on the left side, and they had trips receivers out there. They're going to take those trips receivers, push them vertically, get some cushion underneath, and Matthew just ran a nice crossing route. So if Holtzman had time, potential with first down there and some more.
Joe Page, the punter for Labette, his 3rd time on. Gotten better each time. Another good punt. It's waved at the 25 and caught at the 25. That's where Circle and quarterback Cooper Chadwell will set up shop, looking to extend their lead.
Yeah, those punts are a little bit different than Andon Searle's nice little line drive.
The low line drives, yeah. Yes, that's what we've seen from Circle is their kickoffs have been low line drives. And sometimes those are, you never know where they're going to bounce.
Yeah.
They're harder to catch. So there are benefits both ways. 90 seconds to play first quarter. Trips on the right side indeed. Chadwell tries the ice count.
Grizzlies
County.
going to send 6, 7 dudes here. Expect 22 to come off the edge, and Bates is going to take that 3rd receiver.
Bates is the safety. It's thrown to the far left side. Trying to make a man miss on the far side.
What do you make a tackle?
Is Cole Glaves.
That was a great play by Lawrence there just to stay with him. You know, obviously that receiver is more experienced, a little bit older, a little bit bigger. And Lawrence just met him right there. Didn't allow him to get too far up the field.
Underclassmen definitely showing out for Labette County. Glaves did pick up a first down, caught it about 5 yards deep and ran for about 5. So first down and 10 for Circle at their own 34. Here's McCormick making a man miss in the trenches and tumbles out to the 50. They'll mark him down at the 45.
Yeah, linebacker just got to go meet him. I mean, fight off the block, go get him. Simple as that. I don't know what else to say about that, but I'm really, impressed by how we are disguising some of the blitz packages we are sending at these dudes. I mean, this is something I wish I had when we were here, It's like...
Here's Chadwell in the shotgun, a pump fake, and he got his man. Cole Glaves is going to score on the far side of the field. It was a one-on-one with him and Lawrence Holt. That's a tough assignment for the sophomore. Cole Glaves, 5'9" junior, a lot to handle for the sophomore Holt. He's done a nice job all night, but just got beat. Looked like maybe a hitch and go on the far side, about a 10-yard route, and he just got him beat. And a good throw in the basket by Chadwell.
Yeah, just got caught looking in the backfield, saw the pump fake, went for it. He's just too eager to make a play, and that just cost him right there, cost the Grizzlies. But it's just one of those things. First game of the season, not a lot of experience. It's going to happen. Sometime, it's one of those things.
Sometimes you just get beat, got to look the other guy in his eyes and say, I'll get you next time.
Yep.
He got you that one. 18-0 Circle. Chadwell tries to get to the edge, has to make a man miss, and does. Tumbles into the end zone for their first successful 2-point conversion of the night, getting the Towanda Thunderbird lead out to 20-0. Not quite done with the first quarter. 40 seconds left in it. You're listening to Labette County Grizzly Football, broadcast powered by Labette Health. We'll talk to you in 60 seconds. Labette County trails 20-0. Lawrence Holt on the return for Labette County ran into the back of one of his own teammates. And I guess that'll count as a tackle. I don't know. But he got out to the 30 that time, John, so much better field position. No flags on the field this return for Labette County. Coming off of their best series, obviously all game, only 1 quarter in, but still picked up 2 first downs, and they ran the ball well and even picked up one in the air from Holtzman to Boyle on a crossing route. What are some things that you think Labette County could keep using and get across and really threaten to score here?
I just think lining different dudes up in different formations. Because, I mean, we see Jamal right now. He's just off the edge of the line over there. And, like, last drive, we had Matthew lined up at tight end. Griffin's on the outside. I mean, just putting different dudes in different spots and taking the advantage of different matchups.
Here's Holt making Thunderbirds miss, as I thought he was going to be wrapped up for a gain of 1, and he kind of got out of the pancake and made his way across the 30 to the 34, gain of 4 for the sophomore. He's played really well. Chandler Henson trots on. We'll see if Labette tries to get a playoff before the end of the first quarter. 6 seconds left in it. Looks like Holtzman's going to let the clock run out. Hands are on his hips. And that is exactly what they will do. As the buzzer sounds, that's the end of the first quarter here in Towanda, Kansas. Labette County trails. The Thunderbirds have circled 20-0. Kendall Holtzman looking more comfortable, though. We'll see if they can threaten to score and put a few points on the board. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is Labette County Grizzly Football on KLKC Parsons.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
A fresh 12 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter. First play of that quarter for Labette is a run up the middle. Chandler Henson finding his first decent run of the night. He hadn't had much room until that play. Sets up a 3rd down and 2 for Labette as they make some substitutions. Look like Chris Stevens is coming on.
The big boy. That's what we love to see. Putting him up on the left side. Expect a power or something right there.
As Holtzman set up for a QB sneak. Hamilton behind him, and Holtzman's going to get it. Keeps turning his legs.
Run.
One of the better runs for Labette County, and it's a QB sneak. That was about a 5-6 yard QB sneak, John. As they pick up a fresh set of downs, they'll place the ball at their own 43-yard line. Chris Stevens trots off. He did his job, and now he's back getting the water.
Yeah, that's one of the best things I think Kendall Holtzman's really good at. You know, like Tom Brady, he's great at quarterback sneaks. Kendall Holtzman, he's amazing at him.
Yes, he is.
Last year, this year, just right there. I mean, he's just one of those things you really can't teach, I guess. I mean,
yeah, get down to the 1 yard line. That's a great play. Tough to stop, especially with Hamilton pushing him. Holtzman signals Holt in motion, fakes to Holt. Kendall slips and falls that time. He wanted to cut from right to left. He had a little gap, might have gained a handful, but slipped on that plant on his right foot.
Yeah. He made a great read, though. I mean, the linebacker went out there with the motion. He had a lane. It's just unfortunate that he slipped. I mean,
yeah. He's wanting to run the ball, as he has. Don't get me wrong. He had a great run on the first drive of the game. Kendall's wanting to get shifty on this defense, and it's worked. 10.5 to go. Second quarter, 20-0 circle. Holtzman in the shotgun. Eaton and Boyle.
Just cover one look out of the Thunderbirds here.
As the pressure's coming, Holtzman forced to roll out, keeps his head up, dunks it over the top. Right idea, but just too far over the head of Barrett Heston. A way to hang there. in the play for Kendall Holtzman as there were blue jerseys in his face almost instantly, but he kept his head up. Last year, he would have probably kept running and gotten sacked, but this year he's learned, looked for his receiver, and just overthrew him.
Yeah, right there. I mean, you saw the linebacker was a little bit overeager. I mean, what if Kendall just pump fake that, got him in there, and just ran around him? I mean, it's just one of those things. But great idea, though. I mean, he had his man.
Yeah, Barrett was there, just not over the right shoulder. As they bring pressure again, Holtzman lets it fly. Oh, it's almost there for Boyle as Boyle laid out for it near the 20-yard line. That was a really nice ball by Kendall Holtzman, as I have heard that all offseason.
Yeah.
Kendall's deep ball is the best part of his game, up there with his running, and that was a greatly placed ball. Just about a foot too deep for Matthew Boyle, who is lengthy, and that was with about 3 Thunderbirds in his face for Holtzman. What a throw.
Honestly, I mean, that's where you want to put the ball if you're Kendall. You can't put it anywhere else with those 3 dudes on him.
Another punt for Page. That one was blocked. What an effort by the Thunderbird defender. It bounces backwards closer to the 50. As it'll be circle football around the 46. There was some extracurricular going on near midfield as a Thunderbird just shoved a Grizzly to the ground. All the refs had their back turned to the action.
Yeah, it looked like Caleb Jarman. Oh, shoot. That's a little interesting. No, Jarman, I would not expect that out of him.
Yeah, as he was getting some action in and not the good type.
Yeah.
9:57 to go in the first half. Thunderbird football near midfield as Joe Page's punt was blocked.
Looks like the Grizzlies are coming out in a cover 3 look here. The Thunderbirds got trips outright, motion.
There is some motion. Bubble pass to McCormick, catches it at the 40, and he's wrapped up hard. As you said, Luke Ryan and Cody Hamilton, 2 main cogs of this Labette County defensive front, including the linebacking core, holds McCormick to a gain of 2, as McCormick was huge early on. Thought he was going to be a huge problem. Still is. Got to be careful, but they've really contained McCormick, the big running back for Circle, after that first drive.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Grizzlies, you just have to find a way to get off the field here for the defense. I mean, you're down 20-0 halfway through the second quarter. You can't allow another score here.
Chadwell drops back, pressured by Page, and it is nearly intercepted across the middle of the field. Tayton Claiborne, a 5'9" freshman for Labette County, in the book as an outside linebacker, read that beautifully, came across the field, looked like he had it in his hands, and crossed paths with the intended target and just kind of lost it in the traffic. But what a play there.
Yeah, Joseph Page, on that play really got in the quarterback's face. He's making his presence known.
As even after Chadwell got the ball out, Page, let him know about it, shoved him a little bit, trips left. Grizzlies send heat again. Chadwell has to get it out, and it hits the dirt at the 40.
Great.
Labette County's linebacking core. That's Hamilton and Ryan again right there in Chadwell's face. And what an effort by Labette County's defense. The best field position for Circle of the night, and it's 4th and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, just a great call there from the defensive coordinator, John Magnan, as he's the new guy that Price has brought onto the staff. Used to coach with him 27 years ago, but just great defensive mind from what I've heard.
I love when that happens. Coaches who were buddies and coached together way back early in their career, later on in their career like this one, come back together and join forces and coach together. That's always a fun time. As Circle is going to punt it away, their first punt of the night, or second, as this time it'll land at the 30 and bounce out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 25-yard line. So that was the best defensive stand for Labette County all night long, as it was 1st and 10 for Circle at their own 45, and 3 plays later they're punting it away from midfield.
Yeah, just got to button down as a defense. I think, that as the game goes on, we're going to see we're going to expect what they're going to do. You're going to see the same formations, hey, they're going to do this, hey, they're going to do that. And you're able to make more plays. You're able to play more freely, I guess, without thinking.
Right. As Coach Price did say in the pregame, these teams didn't exchange film. So no one really knew what the other team was going to do. So this is kind of the first time they're seeing it themselves. 9 minutes to go in the first half. 20-0 Circle. Holtzman is in the shotgun. with Jackson at his right side. In motion is Holt. They'll give it up the middle to Jamal, and he's hit firmly. Loss of a couple on the play.
Those big defensive linemen of the Thunderbirds, it's hard to get them to move. As you can see right there, I mean, Chandler Henson had nowhere to go with the ball there.
Cannon McCormick, the running back, on the tackle. We hear from the PA announcer here at Circle. Cannon McCormick, the running back, playing both ways and getting things done in the trenches on both ends.
Special ball player there.
Absolutely. Holtzman drops back. Better pocket, but pressured from the back side, as he had a nice little pocket initially, but still enclosed instantly from the back side as he's dumped for a loss of about 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and a hefty amount for Labette County with 8 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, if you're Kendall there, you just got to get with your offensive line real quick, figure out what's going on. Like, hey, why don't I have time? But, I mean, that's a big defensive front. As you see, number 56 for the Thunderbirds. Let me see if I find his name.
Kobe Huggins, 6'6", 260 pounds.
That's a big boy. I mean, I don't think we have any 6'6" kids on our team.
Holtzman with it, 3rd and 20, as here's a hitch and go by Boyle, and it's picked off at the 45. Ty Smith, the receiver for Circle, will run it all the way back inside the red zone to the 15-yard line as Boyle was there again. Holtzman pressured yet again. Same things, just a different outcome. A good read by Ty Smith. He was playing safety and came over.
Yeah, if you're Kendall right there, you have to see that safety coming over the top of the hitch and go right there. Nicer out by Matthew Boyle, but ball just got a little bit too far inside, too far out there. That's one of those you want to see a back shoulder placement right there, even though, dude wasn't on him. But you just got to put the ball there for Matthew to make a catch on the sideline.
Or pardon, I thought he got a lot farther. They mark it at the 29. He must have just kept running along the sideline. So it's 1st down and 10 for Circle at their Labette County's 29-yard line. Trips out to the right side. Lone target here near us is Cole Glaves. Had an impact early. As a poor snap, was it, John? I was looking at my sheet. Was it a low snap?
I don't know. I think it was just a miscommunication there between the running back and the quarterback.
As I looked up and saw Chadwell on the ground cradling the ball, so a loss of 4 on the play for Circle. 2nd and 14, moving backwards are the Thunderbirds. Chadwell tries to get Labette County to jump. It looks like Hamilton's going to blitz again. We'll see if he does. Chadwell back there with McCormick.
Maybe audible for Cole Glaves to go across the middle, fill that empty space. Oh, never mind.
As they did bring the linebackers, but McCormick got behind him as they just kept pushing past him. As McCormick gets near the 1st down marker, so it'll be 3rd down and manageable for Circle as McCormick, right as he got the ball, he was already in front of the linebackers for Labette, who was already pushing behind him.
Yeah, if you're the Grizzlies, you just got to be careful with some of these blitzes. You're spaced in the middle for a quick dump-off pass or just like that. You get these linebackers going forward. They can't read. They can't see the ball if they're just heads down going.
That is the risk you take, and it definitely hurt Labette County there. 6 down lineman for Circle. Chadwell takes it. Another give to McCormick. Tries to bounce around to the right side, and does. Does he have the edge? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Circle. Cannon McCormick. That was a great run, John, as the ball was placed just to the left of the right hash, and he ran along the right hash and then bounced it around to the outside and tight-roped the sideline all the way to the pylon for 6. 26-0 Circle, as Labette County sideline just watches on.
Yeah, it's great blocks out there by the receivers and the interior of the offensive line to get down the field. I'm taking my linemen out to dinner after that one. That's all I'm saying.
That's what the NFL players do now, right? The quarterbacks buy their offensive linemen really expensive meals and
gifts and all sorts of
chains,
things. They make your life a heck of a lot easier.
As the back with Chadwell is Weston Rose. He's a junior, 5'11". There is some motion. They'll give it to Rose, looking for 2, and he'll tumble in, almost untouched. Got a couple slaps on him, but the 2-point conversion is good for Towanda. They lead 28-0 with 6:19 to play. Here in the first half, we'll take a 30-second timeout and tell you about our sponsors of tonight's broadcast when we return 30 seconds on KLKC.
Hey Parsons, I'm Anna. This is Raven. We're the Anna and Raven Show, and we can't wait to wake you up on Variety 93.5.
We're the show that's all about relationships. So if it's going on at home, at work, in your life, we want to know about it.
Also, every day a couple joins us for Couples Court. They tell us what their disagreement is about, and then it's up to you to decide who's right.
Want to win cash? You can challenge me daily in pop culture trivia. It's called Can't Beat Raven. Beat me, and you get the jackpot.
Get ready to laugh, Labette County. We're the Anna and Raven Show on Variety 93.5.
The Anna and Raven Show.
We welcome you back to tonight's broadcast of Labette County Grizzly Football, powered by Labette Health. Other sponsors of tonight's broadcast include Tank Connection, sponsor of our pregame show, Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons. As we'll take a moment as the ball is kicked off, lands at the 15, and it's lost by Jackson.
Got it.
It looks like Labette County landed on it, as those squib kicks are awful scary to be a return man, but Labette County falls on it. Be first down, Labette County at their own 17-yard line. Our last sponsors include Labette Bank, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Snyder Lawn Care, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedics.
Yeah, Jamal right there just didn't know whether he wanted to come up and try to make a catch or stay back and play the bounce. He got caught in that in-between area. Tough break.
It's about the worst place to be in that situation. But Holt has shown, Lawrence Holt, the sophomore, has shown great signs. As you can tell, he's a good ball player. As another toss play to the right side, trying to cut across to the left is Jamal Jackson, the shifty freshman for Labette, but he's wrapped up after a short gain of 1.
Yeah, if the linebacker there didn't have a hold of his jersey there, that cut, he had room to get up the field a little bit.
He did. He just couldn't quite. His jersey was stretched a good 2 feet there on that play. So we've passed the 6-minute mark. Labette County's really tried to establish the run as they get circle to jump again on the ice count. As man, that really, now that you bring it up, I do remember Labette County's done that. I mean, do you remember them doing the clap hard count on your 4 years? I mean, it has been effective for a long time for this program.
Yeah, a lot of that is just to see what the defense is going to give you, and then obviously get them to jump. But if they come out here in a bunch formation, I'd see maybe Griffin Eaton out there, come underneath or something.
Jackson, the back again, 3 bunch to the left side. It's a little hitch for Boyle. He catches it. He might have gotten the first down. I think he did. First down, Labette County. And, John, that's what I love to see. I remember Will Owens and I used to do this with me last year, always talked about Labette County needs to just take what the defense gives them. And that's exactly what they did on that play. He had a cushion and made him pay on the little hitch.
Yeah, you haven't seen a whole lot of route concepts from the Grizzlies here, as we're just trying to find what the defense is going to give us.
Right.
I think Coach Price is one of the best minds at doing that. Just reading the defense out there, telling, hey, go run a hitch, get these 5 easy yards.
As 5 easy yards don't come on that play, as it's a gain of 0. Run up the middle, Chandler Henson, the ball carrier, met immediately at the line. As it seems awful hard for Labette County to run it up the middle because a hole has to be there.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, you're running into the backs of your offensive linemen or in the face of these 250-pound monsters wearing blue jerseys. So it is tough if there's absolutely no gap for these Grizzly backs. Holtzman rolls out to his left, and it's caught and hit hard right in the helmet. Is Barrett Heston with his first reception as a varsity wide receiver, as we hear the Heston family in front of us cheer for Barrett.
Yeah, expect a lot more of those from Barrett. He's just a special athlete.
He is, as he's got a good build. Barrett Heston's going to be a good player on the hardwood here in a few months as well. Has big shoes to fill. There's brother Eli playing for Labette.
Looks like Jamal is coming out there for Chandler.
As Jackson does come back on. Circle's looking like they're going to send the house, and they do. Holtzman has not a lot of time, but finds Jackson, who drops it in the flats as Jackson maybe heard some footsteps coming, turned upfield before he looked it in. He may have had a first down. I bet he would have, John. Maybe then some, as Jackson is awful quick. He had a wide open area but just didn't look it in.
Great job by Holtzman just finding Jamal out there in the flat. He had 7 blue jerseys coming right for him, and he just kept his head, made a right read, just didn't make the play. It's one of those things, you know, you got a young team, you got to learn. That's one of those things to win ball games. You have to make that play, move the chains, maybe go down the field and score.
Sure, as that's the number one thing I've noticed here early on, and obviously just the first couple quarters of the season for Labette, as Page is set to punt it away, and it's blocked, and I mean blocked firmly this time. They might run it back, but Page is going to track him down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Towanda at the Labette County 15-yard line. As I was getting ready to talk about Kendall, but I look up and there were 4 blue jerseys on Page's back before he even kicked it, as that was blocked. It probably didn't get off his foot 6 inches before that was blocked by Towanda. And they are deep in Labette County territory with 3:45 to play.
Yeah, left side of the line just kind of took it, or just kind of let him through, to be honest. I mean, that's what it looked like, but don't know what quite happened over there. You know, he just got beat.
McCormick is the back again with Chadwell, trips out to the right side. Chadwell drops back. He'll throw it to the right side, and it's intercepted by Trey Vincent. He should lay down. He should just lay down. As he's going to run it out of the end zone and get to the 1-yard line. As Trey Vincent with the interception. Great play, great positioning, great read. But all he had to do, John, was catch it and lay down, and Labette County gets the ball. Is it the 25 or 20 in high school?
20.
At the 20-yard line, as we're up here with the Grizzly coaches in the press box, and they're saying you can't run out of the end zone if you get a pick in there. Don't get me wrong. Elated that he got the interception, but Labette County has the ball at the 3-yard line rather than the 20 if he just simply lays down.
Yeah, or even if you just went to the left side. I mean, there was some space. Obviously, you just want to take the 20. But Trey Vincent's just such a special athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, you find any room for him, he's gonna take it.
As it's just so exciting to see one just fall right into your hands. That's what you go to sleep thinking about if you're a D-back. Oh, I can't wait for one to just come my way. I'm going to take it back to the house. And that's what Trey was thinking. But Towanda had other plans. But it is going to be Labette County football, 1st and 10, deep in their own territory. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Labette County with the fresh set of downs off a Trey Vincent interception. We'll be back 30 seconds. KOKC Parsons.
Everybody is different. Some get injured, while others simply wear down. Whether it's on the court, on the field, or at the gym, Labette Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team has the training and skill to repair, restore, and renew. We share the same goal, and together we'll write your comeback story. For more information about Southeast Kansas' leading orthopedic and sports medicine team, go to labettehealth.com.
As they do bring the football, John, out to the 20-yard line for Labette County, as it's a run up the middle for Henson. He's met immediately at the line, gain of 0 for Henson. But they brought the ball out to the 20-yard line. I'm not sure.
I don't know what the reason is for it. Trey was out of the end zone when he got tackled.
He was well out of the end zone. He was at the 3-yard line when he got tackled. But either way, the ball's placed at the 20-yard line. No complaints from us up here.
Yeah.
3 minutes to play in the first half. Labette County trails 28-0. Could have been a lot worse.
Great ball.
Here's another great pass to Matthew Boyle. As Kendall Holtzman has found his buddy so far early, as Matthew Boyle picks up his third down of the ball game. Matthew Boyle has been that guy so far, and it's been the same route just about every time here on this side of the field.
Yeah, that time it was just a simple comeback. I mean, that's something that he's really added to his arsenal of routes. Matthew has. He runs a great comeback route. I mean, we saw it last year a lot. He just goes and makes a play. Kendall is great throwing the ball on the outside shoulder.
Boyle this time. Boyle is pressed at the line by Bodie Jansen in the slot on the left side. They're going to give it off to the left, and nothing going in the run game for Labette County. Lawrence Holt getting a good workload of carries lot of volume for the sophomore. But they're trying everything they can. That was a jet sweep. They just can't find any corners or anything up the middle. Just seems like those short passes on the perimeter are working for Labette right now.
Yeah, this is definitely a fundamentally sound Thunderbird defense
It
we're
is.
seeing.
It is they're staying home. They're mechanically sound. They do lose some players, but they do bring back few more than Labette County, who's obviously a very young team.
Yeah, it's just a testament to their coaching. I mean, honestly. And this team looks like they're in week 8 of the season right now.
Here's better protection for Holtzman, and it's caught by Boyle at midfield, and he's brought down at the Circle 35-yard line as Holtzman had a much better pocket that time. Credit the Grizzly O-line, and a beautiful ball from Kendall Holtzman to his favorite target of the night, Matthew Boyle, across midfield.
You just somehow got behind the Thunderbirds there. Safety came up. Matthew ran a nice route over the middle. Kendall fouled him. I mean, that's what we want to see out of the Grizzlies this year, is taking advantage of that.
You couldn't ask for anything more. Before halftime, it looked like Circle was going to score. Trey Vincent intercepts it, and here comes Labette County. Holtzman with a fake and a run up the middle. It looked like he was going to have a big lane. Didn't quite bounce around to the left side. Good defense by the Circle linebacker. Again, give credit to them. They're staying sound. They're not biting, as that was a fake, just like they do. Holtzman just didn't quite find the hole.
No. Kendall just kind of stayed looking to the middle and the right. And if he had just looked left, he had a whole lot of room on the outside.
4 receivers, 2 right, 2 left. Chandler Henson right behind Kendall Holtzman in the backfield. 1 safety over the top for Circle. 65 seconds to play in the first half. Holtzman using all of the play clock. Gets it off with 1 second. High snap, brings it down, looks to throw over the top. He was pressured. Might have been tipped as it hit the dirt at the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Labette County. 56 seconds to play in the first half.
Yeah, the Grizzlies may be fortunate there, as Griffin was pretty well covered by the safety there. I think there's also a little bit of miscommunication there. Yes. Kendall was maybe looking for a curl right there, and Griffin ended up running a post.
As Griff ran over to Coach Price and makes his way to the slot on the right hash, the ball's in the middle of the field. We'll see what they look for as Eaton is given a decent cushion. He's in motion. Holtzman takes the snap. Eaton's in the flats on the left side. Holtzman gets it off in time over the head of Matthew Boyle. As I was afraid Holtzman didn't feel the defensive end on the far side, Cannon McCormick, but he got it off in time, just too high for Matthew Boyle. So 4th down and 8 for Labette. Off of a big play for Matthew Boyle, set up this first down series. 4th and 8, looking like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, right there, just unfortunate. Maybe another miscommunication there. I don't know if Price wanted Matthew to run a go there, or if it was a comeback and the ball just sailed. It was just one of those things that happens.
As it looks like Coach Price wants to think about it. So it'll be 4th down and 8 when we return. Labette County off of one of their best drives of the night. Big play from Holtzman to Boyle. Can they capitalize? We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Fresh out of a timeout, Labette County makes their way onto the field, as does Circle. 51 seconds to play in the first half. Circle was threatening to score just moments ago before a Trey Vincent interception. Shortly after that, Kendall Holtzman found Matthew Boyle across midfield on a 3rd down conversion, all the way to where we are now at the Circle 31-yard line. 4th down and 8. Holtzman in the shotgun, 2 receivers out to the left. In motion is Holt. He'll fake to him. He's pressured hard. Got to get it off, and does, and it's going to hit the dirt at the 15-yard line. The pass rush from Circle is just too much for Holtzman to get a clean look off. That is 3 straight plays where Not even too sure if there's a guy there or not because the play doesn't get that far, but the passes are hitting the dirt about 15 yards shy of the intended target. The guys are just in Holtzman's face. It's just tough to step into a pass. They're all off his back foot.
Yeah, that time it was just a great call, a gutsy call by the Thunderbirds, really. I mean, they sent at least 6 dudes at Holtzman. I mean, if anyone got open there, it's just going to be a completion and then some.
So 45 seconds the Thunderbirds have to work with. Cooper Chadwell is back there.
Got to think the ball is going to Ty Smith here.
As Ty Smith is in motion, they give it to Rose, another back, as he just bounces off of Labette County defenders as Lawrence Holt went in there for a big hit. As you said earlier, John, as that was a gain of about 7 for Rose, Holt went for the body. Holt is not going to win that battle with Rose.
No.
You said in the pregame, these young guys have to go for the legs, and that's what Holt did not do. Hopefully he does now, as he might be shaken up after that pop.
That'll definitely do it.
As Circle's going to take a timeout, we'll go ahead and keep it here. Tonight's broadcast of Labette County Grizzly football is powered by Labette Health. Halftime show will be coming up shortly. It's sponsored by Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. Other sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, The Corner Store of Altamont, Snyder Lawn Care, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedics. Thank you all for tuning in for our first broadcast on KLKC since March, when the Lady Grizzly basketball team played up in Salina in the state basketball tournament. We're glad to be back on the air. Jack Leake along with John Kohler. Here's Chadwell.
Looks like the Grizzlies are just going to fall back in the simple quarters coverage with safety help over the top. As you see Trey over there helping out the freshman.
As they give it to Rose, who's met immediately. Gain of 1, maybe 2 if the line judge gives it to him. He'll keep it at a gain of 1. 3rd down and 4. Is Circle going to take another timeout? They will with 25 seconds left, so they just took a timeout. I figured they'd take a shot towards midfield, try to get set up with 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
They take another timeout after a run play, which I did not expect.
Yeah, I mean, you get the Grizzlies spread out like that. I mean, you saw Trey over the top out there on the other hash, then Bates over here. And the way they've been running the ball, I mean, yeah, obviously you may want to take a shot here at that time, but I mean, as effective as the run game has been, you can get a couple gashes up the middle, you may be gone.
It's just a quick, interesting fact for you. This is Coach Logan Clother's 6th season here for the Thunderbirds in Circle. In 2017, he went 2-9, and this is ascending to the current date. He went 2-9, 2-7, 1-8, 1-6, and then last year, 2021, they went 6-4, won their first playoff game in 40 years, and here they are, a top 20 team in 4A, off to a strong start here on their home turf. So Coach Clother has done a fantastic job, has a 10-34 overall record as a head coach, but 6 of those wins came just last year.
Just a testament to the faith of this school district to stick with him, believing in what he was going to build. And now you're just starting to see the rewards.
Here's Chadwell dropping back, throws off his back foot, and it's caught by Smith at the 40 as he had to elevate for that, and he caught it. Well defended, though, is right on his hip was Kagan Bates, the freshman, who also made the tackle after Smith caught it. Clock will stop at 18 seconds. They'll wait for the chains to get set before they start it. Chadwell's with it.
Nope.
Rose still the back. Looks like a false start, and it was. So back him up 5 yards.
Yeah, number 27 there in the slot for the Thunderbirds got a little bit antsy there and just took off. Something you don't want to see if you're the Thunderbirds for sure. Great break for the Grizzlies there.
As it was, as you could feel the momentum swinging as the Thunderbirds are going to want to get back those 6 points they believe they should have had before Vincent intercepted it at about the minute-and-a-half mark. So 13.3 reads on the clock. Yeah. Thunderbirds up by 4 touchdowns and the ball. Here's Chadwell, drops back at midfield at the
Look at the Ty
Thunderbird
Smith.
logo. 5 seconds left, hurls it high, and it is caught. What a catch at the 19-yard line. Clock stops at 2.5 seconds. It was caught by Dylan Foes, a 5'10" senior. He looked like he was 6'4" as he elevated.
I think that was Ty Smith.
Oh, pardon, Ty Smith. Thank you, John, as they'll see if they can spike it, and they will with 0.6 seconds on the clock.
That was a great scissors concept out there, and for folks that don't know that, it's when you have a slot receiver, he runs up, stems out, and runs a corner route, and there's a post that's going to come right underneath it, kind of like a rub. That's what freed Ty Smith up there in the middle as Trey. He's just out of position. He tried to make a play, and Ty Smith just made a great play on the ball.
0.6 seconds to play. Fortunate outcome on the clock for Circle. This is the last play of the first half. They're at the Grizzly 18-yard line. Pressure up the middle.
Great
Chadwell's pressure. He fumbles the football. It's caught at the 35 and picked up. And he's tackled immediately. But what a great play coming around the end. It was picked up by Joe Page, but the pressure was initiated by the outside linebacker. I didn't see who it was.
Cade Cornett, I believe.
As though it was Cade Cornett as he's down there celebrating with his teammates. But even though you're down 28-0, Labette County had a few good things happen. Strip sack that was ended up recovered by Page. A pickoff by Vinson. Almost got down to the red zone. So good things slowly happening for Labette County. But they trail it 28-0.
Yeah, definitely some positives. I mean, this team does not look like the team last year. This team has some energy, making some plays out here, and just hope in the second half they put it together and maybe make a comeback.
As we'll break down what we expect to see from Labette County and how we feel they can find success in the second half. They put 15 minutes on the scoreboard. We'll start with a 5-minute timeout and come back with your halftime show here on KLKC Parsons. Welcome in to our halftime show, sponsored by Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore and Newland. Labette County trails Circle 28-0 here at halftime in Towanda, Kansas. I'm Jack Leake, joined alongside a new voice of Labette County Grizzly football, ex-player John Kohler. As John, there were definitely positive flashes from this Labette County team. As you come on the road, you play a top 20 team in 4A, in Circle. They're big, they're fast, they were until we see some third quarter action here on the turf under the bright lights here at Towanda Circle High School. I'm Jack Leake, joined alongside John Kohler. As John, we're going to stick to our word and dive into some of this young talent on this very young Labette County team that has stood out to us, a name that we've called a lot. It's been hard for him to get going with the big front from Circle, but when he's had a gap, he is shifty. He had one dropped pass out in the flats where he would have probably had a 15-yard catch and run, but you know that stuff happens. The sophomore Lawrence Holt has really stood out to me here early.
Yeah, Lawrence Holt has done he's missed a couple of plays, but he's also made some plays out there on the defensive side of the ball. But what's really stuck out to me is Jamal Jackson, the running back, like you were just talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a special player for sure.
Yeah, Jamal Jackson is. There were a lot of questions coming into the season. You know, I'm sure the coaches knew, but just the public, or at least some of the people I would talk with, nobody knew out of the running backs who was going to start. You know, it was Chandler Henson. You heard Jamal Jackson a lot. You just weren't too sure. Both of them have got probably about the same amount of carries, maybe Jackson a little bit more, but they're trying to utilize them in every way possible. They've tried some motion, some jet sweeps, and just some runs up the middle, but it's just been super hard for Labette County to be able to run the ball. That's something that they are going to try to take pride in as they return 4 offensive linemen, as they're a young team, but they're not in the offensive line. Kendall Bebb is a star on that offensive line, and they're just trying to run the ball, but it's hard against this defensive front and a team that's so disciplined defensively in circle.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, I think what the Grizzlies are really doing a nice job of is really rotating those running backs. I mean, even though those are young legs out there, I mean, these are freshmen. I mean, they're taking a beating every time you hand the ball off to them. So, I mean, just keeping them fresh like that. Maybe the second half, wear the defense down a little bit. Maybe those young legs, find a gap, go off for the races, just one of those things.
As a few things just to mention, the gameplay is what it is. But the play calling has been, regardless of the execution, it's tough whenever you have a guy in your face immediately if you're Holtzman. But I have really liked the play calling from Labette County.
Yeah, Bradley Argerbright and Coach Price have really come up with a great game plan offensively. I mean, I like the motions we're seeing, attacking the defense, not sitting back and just taking what they're given. We're trying to go get something.
Right. And something that happened just before the break that could help Labette County score, get back into this game, however you want to say it, if they are able to get something to go their way. Force a fumble like you did, be in the right spot. Labette County, I mean, you got to count that strip sack because he recovered it as the clock was running out. That's 2 turnovers Labette County's defense is forced.
Yeah, I know. It's just one of the things Labette County's been known for, their defense getting turnovers. Offensively, we haven't really turned the ball over that much outside of that interception. But, I mean, a lot of it has come from field position, just not stopping them. It's just one of those things. This second half, you have to make stops and not kill yourself with turnovers here if you want a chance to get back in this ball game.
Agreed, as Labette County's going to kick it off for the first time tonight. Circle will return. Joe Page boots it, and it's picked up by Smith at the 15-yard line. Tries to cross quarters, and he's brought down.
Way to stay home.
Just across the 30-yard line near the left hash. That's where Cooper Chadwell and company will set up shop. Labette County's defense trots back onto the field.
I hate to say this, but since Kagan's a freshman, if you're a lone safety right here, which we've played one safety the whole time, we've had Hunter Shaplowski, who's supposed to be our other safety up in the box. If you're kicking baits, you have to be a leader on this defense right now. You have to call out the coverages. You have to do what you got to do.
As Chadwell's pressured immediately, but he finds time along the right hash, throws across his body. Intercepted by Trey Vinson. Trey Vinson had to dive across the 40-yard line as he left his feet at about the 43 and landed near the right hash. It's hard to explain, but regardless, he had to lay out for that pass and slid across about 3-4 feet of turf and came down with that ball. And John, the first play of the game, usually it's an announcer jinx, but we spoke this one into existence, and immediate Labette County forced turnover, third of the ball game.
Yeah, Trey Vincent saw that ball in there, and he just went and made a play. He's just a special athlete. He made a great play right there. Now this offense, they have to do something with that. They have to capitalize on the momentum they just got for their team.
And good field position, too, something we just talked about. So one play in, and Labette County already has the ball back. Here's Holtzman with the fake give and through the fingers out of bounds of Lawrence Holt, who's gotten his fair share of passing targets, let alone the rushing attempts have been coming for the sophomore as well.
Yeah, it just looked like you tried to pull a lineman out there, get a little smoke screen going there. He just overthrew it. Probably a good thing he missed it because the lineman didn't get out there in time, and the corner is right there for it.
Ball's on the left hash. Holt is still on the left side. 6 down linemen for Labette, 2 receivers out. Eaton and Boyles on the far side. They run it up the middle. It's Jackson bouncing left, bouncing right, still turning his legs. The freshman Jackson, the smaller body, carrying the bigger ones on his back all the way across the 40 to the 41, setting up a manageable third down. No flags on the field. One of the better run plays of this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a running back coach, you're loving this. His legs just never stop churning there.
Xavier Phillips is on the near side, but they run the quarterback sneak, and Kendall Holtzman's going to get the first down. The second time they have ran that set. You have Hamilton. I'm not sure if it was Hamilton behind him that time. It was Cody behind him, but it is hard to stop that play as Holtzman is a bigger body and knows how to run.
I think a team we play at Wellington, they run a lot of quarterback sneaks just because of that reason. They got big bodies, get behind them. It's hard to stop if you're a defense.
As it is Holtzman with it. I'm trying to see. It's Chandler Henson came on. He's the halfback to the left hip of Holtzman. 10:48 to go. Holtzman claps, tosses to Henson, has no room to move, and that quick toss has not worked one time for Labette County. Not saying it's a bad play call, but Circle has been all over it. That quick toss to the outside.
Yeah, I think there's just miscommunication there. The blocking was not set up for a toss play out there. I think Holtzman just saw it and just gave it to him. As Xavier Phillips comes on for Holt. He jogs off and gets some water.
For receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Here comes a little bit of pressure. Holtzman rolls out, finds Jackson. He has space this time across the 50, makes a man miss across the 40, makes another one miss, and will tumble his way down to the 30-yard line.
What a play by the freshman Jamal Jackson. Made a couple dudes miss, got a 30-yard gain out of it.
As I'm telling you, if you're just tuning in, you see the score, you think, oh, here we go, it's the same Labette County. This is not the same Labette County that we saw last year. It's 28-0, but it could be 42 or 49-0. This defense has gotten stops, and the offense is moving the ball, and these freshmen are gaining confidence. Jamal Jackson, fantastic run that time.
Yeah.
Jackson still the back. In motion is Holt. You have a freshman at running back and a sophomore in motion.
Waiting.
Jackson has nowhere to go that time. The loss of a couple. Second down and a dozen. 9:20 and counting. Labette County inching their way, trying to get their first red zone approach of the season.
Yeah, you hate to see that, especially after a big play like what we just saw, but I would not be shocked if we try to get Holtzman on the move, another bootleg or something like we just saw before that. Get him moving on.
Jamal Jackson trots off. Chandler Henson comes on. Jackson gets his helmet padded in celebratory fashion on the sideline. Gets a good break. Here's Holtzman. Much better time. Throws it over the top, and it's nearly intercepted in traffic. Intended for Xavier Phillips. Well defended near the left hash by Dylan Foes, but that was some of the best time Kendall's had in the pocket that time.
Yeah, definitely. I think there was just another miscommunication. It's week 1. I think Barrett right there is supposed to go across the middle and kind of find some grass there, and he just didn't. He kind of ran out there. Which Xavier right there didn't get much separation either, but it's just a great defense.
Pressure coming. Holtzman trying to find time. Guy's on his back, and he's ripped to the ground. Loss of maybe 1. He might have got back to the line, and he lost a couple. 3rd down and 15 for Labette County. Or pardon me, 4th down for Labette County.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what we do here. We may try to punt, pin him deep, or you go for it. Which, I mean, we're down almost 30 points. You got to go for it.
And the way the defense has been playing, you're at least somewhat comfortable with giving them the ball around the 35, and if you punt it and it goes into the end zone, they get it at the 20 anyways.
But 15-yard difference.
Right. As there's trips to the left side, we'll see what they do, and it's a high snap. Holtzman's going to have to fall on it, and he does across the 50. That is that is the first time that has happened for Labette County. Circle will set up shop in the Grizzlies' territory, as high snaps were an issue last season.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the first one we've seen, which is a good sign. But it came at just a bad time, right when you thought you had some momentum.
Yeah, that's something that's definitely haunted us over the years.
Yeah,
we get some momentum and just a high snap out of nowhere. It's just, if it's going to happen, it happens for us at the worst time. We can't catch a break.
As regardless of that taking place, it still doesn't take away from the Trey Vincent interception, the Jamal Jackson run. Good things are brewing, and this is going to be a competitive team.
Got to find a way to stop McCormick on this drive, though.
As they stop him on this one, he might have lost half a yard, and they say he loses about half a yard on the attempt. 2nd and 11 coming. They bottled up McCormick after that explosive start for the juniors. 7:45 and ticking.
I think that was Rose on the field, actually.
Is it Rose 30? It is 33, as McCormick's 30 and Rose is 33. Yes, thank you, John.
As there is a 30-pound difference between the two. I mean, Rose, change of pace back for them. He's done a pretty good job with him. As McCormick, I haven't seen him on the field this half.
As it goes to Rose, bounces left and right, and is whipped to the ground as the tackle helped him a little bit, threw him forward. In there on the tackle.
Yeah. Just like I was saying before.
Cade Kernut.
Rose just a different pace. You know, McCormick's a big bruising back, and you get McCormick in there, he's shifty, makes a nice run right there.
Really good complementary backs for Circle. So nice to have bigger bodies. But hey, Henson and Jackson are going to be that for Labette County and very well can in their own unique way. Trips to the right for Circle, 650 and counting. Chadwell in the backfield with Rose again. He fakes it, runs it up the middle, and is met by a host of Grizzlies. And that is what got them in the first quarter, as this is about the same area of the field where Circle ran that fake give, and Chadwell walked it in, but not that time. They're starting to stay home and being patient.
Yeah. Joseph Page there did a great job of crashing down, and Cody Hamilton read the play all the way through and went and made a great play.
As Trey Vinson is in single coverage here near us, about a 15-yard cushion between him and the main man, Ty Smith.
If I'm the Grizzlies, I'm expecting to send some pressure here. Don't let him be comfortable.
They do blitz Cody Hamilton, trying to find him. Chadwell throws across his body, and it's incomplete. Landed at the 10-yard line. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 11. Labette County looking for another solid defensive stop after a rare offensive mistake in tonight's game. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to sense some pressure here. I mean, it's 3rd and long. Been blitzing the whole time. They may be expecting it right here. So I may just drop a couple dudes back. You know, maybe only send 3 to 4 dudes rush the passer this time. But, you know, especially with these young defensive backs out here, I may drop Cody back. I may drop Cade back to help cover.
As it looks like Labette County lines up in a 4-3, and
send some pressure.
They're going to send it, and Circle runs a draw play that goes nowhere. Interesting play call. I'm not sure if they expected the defensive front from Labette to come, but they sure did, and it paid off.
Yeah, Circle was expecting exactly what I said, and not what we did. I mean, that's just right here. It'll be interesting to see if they punt or go for it. I mean, if we want them to go for it right here, I mean, have the ball on the 39-yard line or so.
Yeah.
Especially after momentum we got on the last drive, you know. Hey, we get the ball here, we may go score, you know.
Chadwell has 8 seconds to snap it, and he's just now getting into position. Looks like he'll get it off. Third quarter's gone by quick already, 5:15 to play. Chadwell gets it off with 1 second left. Here comes pressure, throws it across his body, and it's caught, toe tapping it. He might have been short of the first down, and he is short of the first down. It'll be Labette County football. It was a great play by Circle, but he didn't break deep enough. Credit Labette County for the defensive stand. Yet again, Circle hasn't scored for what feels like, John, a really long time.
Yeah,
early second quarter.
Especially since the first drive, they scored in 3 plays, and we're finally finding ways to stop them.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's tough. You don't have no film on the team. I mean, going into week 1, that's difficult. You got young dudes. They haven't seen what these dudes look like. All you know is, hey, we're going to go play the Circle Thunderbirds and hope we win.
And being so young on top of that, Labette County has really impressed me tonight. Regardless of the score, I don't care what it says. They have shown really positive flashes. Nobody out to the right, trips left. Holtzman rolls out, fakes right, and he is going to be dumped. Oh, he makes a man miss, and then is hit hard. I think he lost the football, but a flag comes in. Looks like Holtzman loses the football.
Brett is not happy about that one.
We need to find out 2 things. Who recovered the fumble? And even that might not matter, depending on what the penalty flag is, as it came in before the fumble occurred. As it's going to be holding on Labette, so we'll see who recovered the fumble. It is going to be Circle football.
Oh, that is a killer.
As we are up in the press box with the coaches, and about 2 seconds after that ball was snapped, you could hear the frustration coming from Argerbright, as Holtzman obviously
did not run the play
didn't run the play correctly. As heck, I would never know.
Yeah.
But regardless, Labette County turns it over. Their second turnover of the game, 1 interception, and a strip sack. Circle now setting up deep inside Labette County territory at the 25-yard line. Labette County's defense, now this is starting to feel familiar, being put in tough situations, playing on their heels. We'll see if they could just grind out another stop, John.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're a Holtzman there, you just got to take the criticism and move on. It's just what you can't stay focused on that play for too long.
Chadwell keeps
Great
it.
play, Shaplowski.
Hunter Shaplowski meets him at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Might give him half a yard. Doesn't matter. Chadwell not fooling Labette County's linebackers on the keep that time.
As McCormick's back on the field for this drive.
He is back.
I think maybe they're just rotating them every drive.
Each possession, that's what it seems to be. Rose and McCormick coming on and off, switching in and out. 4:45 to play. Vincent in that solo coverage with Ty Smith at the bottom of your screen if you're watching. Here's McCormick up the middle, met for a moderate gain of just about 3. Still bottling him up. Circle. And you said it earlier, John, they've really struggled throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And when they've had success throwing the ball, it's because they were able to run it. So everything flows through their run game, and they're struggling to run it.
You stop the run, you stop the Thunderbirds. I mean, that's what we're looking at right now.
That's what it seems to be. As they'll try it again, McCormick stays. I don't know if the clock ran that play. It's still at 4:45.
Cover 3 look from the Grizzlies.
As Chadwell throws it off his back foot again, and it's going to be out of bounds. Great defense in the secondary on the far side of your field. I believe that's Lawrence Holt.
Yep.
Lawrence Holt, the underclassman, he's a sophomore. He is really putting on a show on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you just get more comfortable throughout the game, especially that young. You see what they're running, you see what they're going to do. I mean, you play freely, you go make plays. That's really how it goes on the defensive side of the ball.
As I can't tell you, and credit Labette County's defensive front, I don't remember a play where Chadwell has stepped into a pass.
Yeah.
They're all floaters off his back foot. We'll see what he does here. He's pressured left side. It's a screen, and it's incomplete. Hit the dirt.
Read it.
Labette County, 3 plays and 1 yard allowed. They get another stop. Circle cannot find a rhythm with this Labette County steel curtain defense.
Yeah, even if they completed that screen pass, Cody Hamilton just sniffed it out and was there to make the play regardless. But that's what you love to see out of this defense. They're getting better each possession. Hopefully this momentum carries over next week when we play Parsons.
As that is going to be one we'll touch on briefly in the post-game show. The most anticipated game, not going to sugarcoat it, it is the most anticipated game on the schedule. It comes early, going to be a dogfight in Altamont at Lucas Field. Atmosphere is going to be out of the world. But for now, we'll keep it here. 4:35 to go. Kendall Holtzman back on the field for Labette. Eaton is in motion. Holtzman fakes it to him. He'll roll out to the left, and he'll looked like he was going to tuck it and run, but threw it at the feet of Boyle. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for Labette.
Yeah, it just looks like Kendall is not comfortable on the run out to his left, which, I mean, if you're a right-handed passer, you don't want to route to your left, but it's just one of those things. Got to find a way to make a play there.
Awful hard to contort your body, and the ball's on the right hash, so he's, I mean, he ran 20 yards before making that decision, but still, the offensive line's done a little bit better job here in the 3rd quarter. That's flown by. As got him to jump offsides yet again. Might have been the nose tackle. Malachi Meyer, 5'11" junior, 215 pounds, a lot of weight.
Yeah, he seems to have gotten
on the defensive line
a couple times. His coaches are not happy with him over there.
4:30 to play. 2 receivers out to the left. Safety over the top 4 circle. As they'll bring 4, Holtzman throws a slant route to Phillips, I believe, too high for the 6'3" receiver. As that is the first, maybe the second target Phillips has gotten tonight. I'd like to see him bring one down. I'm excited to see him and Boyle work in the red zone when Labette County gets there, which they will once they find a rhythm. And they can really use them in the back pylon, throw a fade route to them in the red zone.
Yeah, another name out there that may be interesting to see get a couple targets is Daniel Easy, the tight end. He's been out there most of the night, and he hasn't seen a ball yet. But I know Daniel is a pretty good athlete.
He is, and he's got a good build to him. It's 3rd and 9. Holtzman's going to tuck it and run, lowers his shoulder, and advances the sticks. First down, Labette County. Good things have happened when Kendall Holtzman has ran the football, and he lowered his shoulder, and you could hear the helmet pop from here. Holtzman is looking good on the ground.
Oh, yeah, 6'1", 200 pounds. You get that moving, it's hard to bring down.
It is.
So looks like he's gotten definitely faster since last year.
He has, and shifty too.
Yeah.
Early he was really wanting to cut and had some success in that. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Hinson will stay in and block. Phillips will catch it across the 45, and it will be pushed out of bounds at the 40.
Great play call.
As we spoke it into existence, Phillips comes down with his first reception, wearing the Labette County Grizzly uniform, as he's a big basketball player, still playing in basketball tournaments, even now throughout the summer. And he's making plays on the football field, just a good athlete.
Yeah, Holtzman did a great job of putting that ball on his back shoulder and letting the 6'4" frame take care of the rest. That's what you want out of these bigger receivers. Go up and make a play like that. Kendall, just keep putting the ball there, baby.
Labette County's defense looking flawless. Their offense finding their stride. We'll see if they can pound it in for 6. Timeout, circle. We'll take a 60-second timeout and come back. Good-looking drive for Labette. We'll see more of it in 60 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
Hey Parsons, I'm Anna. This is Raven. We're the Anna and Raven Show, and we can't wait to wake you up on Variety 93.5.
We're the show that's all about relationships. So if it's going on at home, at work, in your life, we want to know about it.
Also, every day a couple joins us for Couples Court. They tell us what their disagreement is about, and then it's up to you to decide who's right.
Want to win cash? You can challenge me daily in pop culture trivia. It's called Can't Beat Raven. Beat me, and you get the jackpot.
Get ready to laugh, Labette County. We're the Anna and Raven Show on Variety 93.5.
The Anna and Raven Show.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
As we missed just one play during the break, it was an incomplete pass. Holtzman was looking for Boyle deep near the 10-yard line and just overthrew him into double coverage. Actually didn't really overthrow him. It was just into tight coverage, and Boyle couldn't come down with it. We do have an injured Thunderbird on the field. We'll take a quick moment and recognize our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast of Labette County football possible. Tonight's broadcast is powered by Labette Health. Halftime show, which you just heard about 20 minutes ago, was sponsored by Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. Other sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Snyder Lawn Care, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedic.
Yeah, as McCormick just went down with a cramp. Maybe that's why we've been seeing him rotate the running back so much. Maybe McCormick's having some issues with cramps and stuff, as it is a hot and humid night here in Kansas.
It could be worse. Early September, sometimes it is a pretty sticky first game, but it's not too bad. Wind's moving a little bit out of the south. Ball's on the left hash. Holt is in motion. Tawanda rushes. Holt loses it, and it's recovered by the Thunderbirds. Turnover number 3 for Labette County. Slowly piling up. Holt just lost it.
Yeah,
one of those things.
Yeah, he just had it punched out. It's not didn't take care of the loaf of bread there.
Ball security has slowly, remember last year turnovers were one of those things that just really plagued Labette County. And that first half was one of the better halves that they've played. Holtzman just threw one pick, I think. He was really pressured. It was understandable, but the ball security slowly faded off here in this late third quarter for Labette.
Oh, no.
as it looked like Circle now flip side, turns the tables and gets Labette County to bite off sides, advance the ball 5 yards, as this defense, as good as they've played, has been on the field a lot this quarter.
Yeah, you can see the fatigue getting to Tayton Claiborne there, number 22. Just a freshman, once again, just one of those things.
3:44 to go. The last 2 minutes have crept by. Here's Ty Smith, gets the first down, makes a man miss, and is brought down by 3 Grizzlies. Cody Hamilton in there, Trey Vinson.
It's a good thing to see, though. We're having great pursuit from Roper Whitley and Cody Hamilton out there on that hitch route.
Whitley in there as well. First down, Circle, as they've got to be a little bit frustrated as this Labette County defense is really, that's the first down they've gotten in a while. They've just had good field position each time they've gotten it. Tawana's really struggled to move the ball.
Yes.
2 receivers out right. Labette County maybe bringing some heat. They rush 5. Chadwell with time, throws across the middle, caught by Smith. Shaplowski can't get the tackle, and that will be Circle's first touchdown in nearly about a quarter and a half, as it's going to be a taunting penalty on Ty Smith as he caught it. And about the 5-yard line, he turned around and backwards jogged his way into the end zone. Ref is going to give him a taunting penalty, but regardless, that's the first time. It was Hunter Shaplowski back there in the coverage. Labette County's been beat deep. Chadwell had some time. They brought some pressure, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do here. I think I heard that in taunting, if you get in high school, the play gets brought back, but I doubt that's what actually happens, because I've never seen it. But
that's interesting.
Yeah, right there we saw the same scissors concept we saw earlier. You know, the slot receiver just went up, ran a corner, and the outside receiver ran a post right behind him. It was just got to have communication out there from the Grizzlies in the secondary.
As it does go down on paper as unsportsmanlike conduct on Ty Smith, but the touchdown is good. It's 34-0. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Circle's going to go for 2. It's McCormick in at the halfback, trips left. Chadwell looks right, throws right, and it's caught by Ty Smith. Trey Vinson on the coverage, just underneath too far. Smith jumped over him and caught it. 2-point conversion is good. 36-0. Thunderbirds lead your Labette County Grizzlies. Will be back in 60 seconds. Labette County's offense will get another crack at it here after this break.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Ty Smith after scoring the touchdown will be enforced on the kickoff, so Circle will kick off from the 25-yard line of their own. So Labette County might get a whiff of some good field position here. We'll see. As here's the boot, another low line drive, caught in the chest of Holt. He'll come across the 40, makes his way across the 45, and that's where he'll be stopped. He was hit hard on the far side.
Yeah.
Bonner Jeffries on the tackle, so Labette County near midfield. Good position to try to get a breakaway play as they've come close a few times.
Yeah, you can see the physicality of the Thunderbirds there as poor Bradley Black got caught on the end of that and just got sent flying. You hate to see it, but Circle has pretty big boys out there.
They do. They really do, and they're headhunting, especially on the special team side of things. So here comes Kendall Holtzman as hopefully Labette County again. First half fairly clean play, looked good towards the end of the first half, but ball security slowly gotten at them and resulted just moments ago in Circle's first touchdown since early second quarter. We'll see if they can clean it up on this possession. Here's Holt in motion, and it's going to be false start, I believe, on Jamal Jackson. Got an early jump on the gun. That'll back up Labette County 5 yards.
Yeah, it's one of those things we talked about earlier. Penalties kill drives.
Yeah.
I think you're just shooting yourself in the foot in all reality, but it's kind of interesting to see we have Matthew Boyle lining up in the slot more often here, and we have Griffin Eaton on the outside. So I don't know if they're going to try to run a wheel route with Matthew and have Griffin come in on a post, or what's going to happen here.
As the only defender over here is Cole Glaves, and now comes the other D-back.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the safety goes. Kendall's definitely going to have to look at that.
Yeah, as he comes to this side, as they're going to throw to Boyle. Oh, as it's way over the head of Boyle and hit the dirt, as I think Griff thought it was for Boyle, and Boyle thought it was for Griff, because Matthew started blocking and Griff started blocking, and Kendall threw it to nobody. So miscommunication, though, has been something. Of course, you're going to see that early in the season a little bit, but miscommunication has plagued Labette County's offense a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see here if the Grizzlies take advantage of how much cushion the Thunderbirds here are going to give. Honestly, if I'm the Grizzlies, I'm looking at Griffin Eaton out here. He has 10 yards between him and his defender.
As Holtzman catches, looks left, throws left, and Griff catches it. It's going to be about a 6-yard gain. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and add a yard on top of that. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for Labette County. Is that Griff's first reception of the ball game?
I believe it is.
I believe it is.
6-yard gain on the play move.
As if you're the Grizzlies, you got to get back to that bread and butter of Griffin if you want any chance of coming back.
As he is just about as tough as it gets.
Yes.
He's got one of those heavy-duty elbow braces on his left arm. As bunch trips on the right side. Holtzman rolls out to the right side. Good blocking. He has time. Holtzman still looking downfield, and then he's ripped to the ground from behind. He just couldn't quite outrun the defensive end of Circle and slowly lost the race. Gain of nothing. 4th and 9 for Labette. 2 minutes and counting. We'll see what Labette County chooses to do, as you would have liked to have seen him at least pick up maybe 1 first down and penetrate that Circle territory a little bit. But they've yet to cross half field on this possession.
Yeah, on that play, it just looked like Kendall ended up missing Barrett there, as Barrett broke clean free out of that bunch formation. There was wide open, but Kendall probably saw something different and just got out there and tried to make a play.
Jamal Jackson, the halfback to the left of Kendall. He'll take the snap, step up in a pocket, throw it to Boyle.
Great
and
catch.
I think he caught it. And that was perfect. It's a first down. He caught it right at the 45 of Toronto, which is where he needed to get. And that is good awareness by Matthew Boyle. He could not have broken a yard shyer, or he wouldn't have gotten the first down. Good awareness and a good throw from Kendall Holtzman.
Yeah, we've really seen Matthew Boyle come on here this game. He has taken leaps and bounds from last year.
He has. He absolutely has. And Griff, struggling a little bit with that elbow. Boyle's taking some of that target volume.
Oh,
Jackson with the run. A flag flies, but Jackson making the miss. Lowers his shoulder, and he'll get a first down, but we'll see what the flag is about. But regardless, Jamal Jackson is very impressive.
He has been putting on a show when he gets in some space. Let me tell you, we have not seen something like this since Trent Brock or TJ Mayhew.
TJ Mayhew, yeah, Trent Brock. And Jackson, obviously a smaller body, just a freshman. That flag is going to be holding on Labette County, so that'll negate the good run.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see there.
I think it was on Lane Simmons. Simmons, another body we didn't mention, as they bring back 4 offensive linemen. As Simmons, I believe he started offensive line last year.
Yeah, he got to play a couple of times. I think the Wellington game he really got in there because Kendall Bev was ejected for some reason.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was a wild game. I remember that in Wellington. Yeah, Lane Simmons, a good body in there as well. They have a tough task with that front of Circle. 40 seconds and counting. 1st and 20, and they get him to bite again.
Great job by the Grizzlies there.
That's the defensive lineman again. Sorry, it's a different one. Kyron Herman. They got Herman to jump.
You sure it wasn't 62? think it was
62 or 52.
I think it was Myers again.
Okay, it was I thought it was the same guy. It looked like the same guy. I'm blind, John. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Myers
Is the score 36-0? Or am I just completely blind? I mean.
No.
Okay,
correct.
all right, good. I'm gonna need you to do everything for me. So.
I'm sorry.
No, hey, no, nobody's sorry. 1st and 15 for Labette County. Here's Holtzman with Jackson in the backfield, and a false start is on the far side of the field that time. Xavier Phillips getting a little bit antsy.
Saw this dude run up and just wanted to beat him off the line.
As Coach Prof ripping somebody on the offensive end for Labette County, as the clock will run Labette County back to a 1st and 20. Doing a little bit of the Cupid shuffle here at midfield. 8 seconds left. They're going to have to get a playoff, and they do. Holtzman catches, rolls out to his left, and it's dropped. Is Barrett Heston.
It was a tough catch to make there. Definitely catchable, as you hate to see it. That same bunch formation, he came free once again.
Yep.
This time, Holtzman found it, just couldn't make the play.
As that does stop the clock with 0.6 seconds left, so Labette County will have time to get one more playoff. It's 2nd and 20. The ball is at their own 46.
Definitely looking at another go ball here to zip them like that.
Holtzman drops back beyond the 40 near the 35, steps into this one, finds Boyle.
Oh, man.
Boyle will dive forward. He's wrapped around the legs, does all he can to gain all he can, and he'll get to the 40 of the Thunderbirds, setting up a 3rd and manageable. As the buzzer sounds, that's the end of 3 from Towanda. So Labette County again threatening to move the ball, but they have to get over that hump and get inside that red zone. 36-0, Towanda leads it. Holtzman and company moving yet again. We'll see if they can score in 60 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
As one thing I've noticed,
Sending some pressure here from the looks of it.
As the linebackers are definitely showing blitz, kind of a 4-3 front.
Secondary's going man-to-man. Hope we get there.
As they're going to send 2 and drop back 1 as the ball's tipped in the air, nearly intercepted as that ball was in the air for eternity. If you're a Circle fan, that's what it feels like. In there, nearly on the interception, was Roper Whitley laying out for it.
Who got the tip?
On the deflection, I believe it was Joe Page getting high fives from his defensive lineman. Joe Page has played well, John.
Yeah, he really has. The transfer from Parsons definitely fitting right in with this defense.
As I was going to say, one thing I've noticed is last year it seems like a lot of games got sloppy in terms of penalties. These referees have done a fantastic job. It feels like this game's been clean. Both teams have played clean.
Yep.
Labette County blitzes again, and it pays off. Just a short gain of about 3. I think it's Rose.
Yep.
As McCormick's taking a breather this possession.
Yeah, McCormick's coming off that great sack on 4th down and the Grizzlies drive. And I don't know, I kind of like seeing Rose in there a little bit more for us, but...
Yeah, I know. As they've handled McCormick well, fine, but he really hurt us early. But they're sticking with Rose, getting him some reps. Maybe that's what it is. You know, you're up 36-0. Give Rose some opportunities as he'll go out in the flats, catch it in the flats at the 50, and he's met by 2 Grizzlies.
Great play.
I see one, Hunter Shaplowski, and the others coming our way. We'll get a name in a moment. Roper Whitley, who was in there.
He's been all over the place tonight.
He almost had an interception a little bit ago.
This is something you like to see. Roper Whitley's just a sophomore. I remember last year, he was not making any plays like this. And you see that growth coming to this year. He's making all sorts of plays tonight. As Roper is just a sophomore. Yeah. If you're the Grizzlies, I want to send some heat here on this wide side. But
Circle's going to want to take a minute and think about it. Coach Clother's going to want to look it over. They lead 36-0. It'll be 4th down and 4, 10.5 to go in the season opener here in Towanda, Kansas. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. This is Labette County Grizzly football on KLKC Parsons.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Out of the timeout, 4th down and 4. As John, what are you thinking? They have 2 out left, 2 out right.
I definitely think there's going to be some kind of rollout here for the...
Labette County brings heat, and it's caught over the top for the first down. It was a quick pass right over the middle to a target we have not seen or called all night, Bonner Jeffries. He is a returning starter. He's a junior, a big player for this team. That's his first reception of the ball game. But oh no, there is an injured Grizzly throwing his helmet.
No.
As he might be in some,
Luke Ryan.
Obviously some severe pain. Luke Ryan, man, I hate that for Ryan as he
has had some knee issues.
He has had multiple knee issues, if I'm not mistaken, as he is just frustrated there at midfield. We will step aside out of respect for Luke Ryan. We hope that he is okay. We'll be back in 60 seconds with a report on the Labette County defender.
Everybody is different. Some get injured, while others simply wear down. Whether it's on the court, on the field, or at the gym, Labette Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team has the training and skill to repair, restore, and renew. We share the same goal, and together we'll write your comeback story. For more information about Southeast Kansas' leading orthopedic and sports medicine team, go to LavetteHealth.com.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
To the bench as he exchanges a hug with Coach Price, as Luke Ryan looked to be getting a little bit emotional, as he has really struggled with some knee injuries, not assuming that's what it is, but yet if I had to guess, that's what I would say, a knee injury, as I hate that for Luke Ryan, as we hope it is as minor as possible. He's worked so hard this offseason, and all I have heard is good things. As meanwhile, here is a breakaway run. Is it Rose or McCormick?
It's Rose.
As it is Rose bouncing around outside. He'll be pushed out of bounds near the 5-yard line. So Circle with a big-time run, but I wanted to give some attention to Luke Ryan, as he's been a name that I've heard many times.
Great kid.
Absolutely.
He's battled through so much. Wasn't going to play this year. Decided to give it one